Hey, so today we talk about Captain Bligh and Mutiny on the Bounty. So it's the most famous mutiny in the world had occurred on Pacific Ocean in spring of 1789. On 23rd of December 1787, HMS Bounty had set sail for Tahiti to collect breadfruit under the captaincy of Lieutenant William Bligh, who at the time was aged 35. 10 months later, it had docked in its destination 43,000 kilometres from home, which was the equivalent of 26,718 miles. The Bounty stayed for 6 months to allow the breadfruit to grow and become sturdy enough for the long voyage home. During that time, the crew enjoyed the delights of fresh food, sunshine, beautiful scenery and local hospitality. When the Bounty sailed on 6th of April, the crew was not in a good mood. Bligh had exasperated their anger by accusing his friend and highly strung first mate Fletcher Christian of being a cowardly rascal and stealing coconuts. Bligh had cut the crew's rations and flogged crew members on the slightest pretext. 3 weeks later, the crew, led by Christian, mutinied, and they burst into Bligh's cabin and dragged him, clad him in his nightshirt, onto the deck where he was tied at the mast. This all happened at 5:20 a.m. Tuesday, 28th of April, 1789. 18 members of the crew remained loyal to Bligh. 4 more were forced to stay behind because there was no room in the boat, and they sailed for 6 weeks and 5,823 kilometres, which was an equivalent of 3,618 miles, before landing at Timor in safety on 14th of June 1789. Upon his return to England on 14th of March 1790, Bligh was exonerated of any blame, and in 1805 he was appointed Captain General and Governor of New South Wales at a salary of £2,000 a year. Quick calculation, so £2,000 a year in today's currency and Australian currency would be just a little bit over 41,000 a year in today's currency. In February 1806, he sailed to Australia and he faced another mutiny, the so-called Rum Rebellion. In New South Wales on 26th of January 1808, he was found by the mutineers cowering under a feather bed in the back room of the gubernatorial mansion and was imprisoned until March 1810. Released, he sailed for London on 27th of April 1810, where he died of cancer on 7th of December 1817. The mutineers arrived in Pitcairn Island on 15th of January 1790, where they burnt the Bounty. Soon tensions grew between the mutineers and the Tahitians that they had taken with them. The Tahitians had killed 5 of the mutineers, including Fletcher Christian. Another mutineer committed suicide in 1798. John Adams was the last mutineer to die, passing away in 1829. So, quick fun fact, the Bounty's captain was nicknamed Breadfruit Bligh because of the purpose of the voyage. Hope you enjoyed. Stay safe.